guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Makeup Revolution haul. They have just released their Pro range and I've bought quite a few bits, so I wanted to show you what I've got. These Revolution Pro items are available from both Superdrug and Makeup Revolution's website. They were called Tan Beauty, but they have now rebranded, so it's called Revolution Beauty. You can still get all the items you could previously, they've just changed the name of the website. So the first two items I did buy from Revolution Beauty's website, and they are this new full coverage Camouflage foundation, and it doesn't actually say what kind of finish it has on it, but I have heard from other people's reviews that it's a matte finish, so it's something I like a lot, and that is £7. I also got the concealer, so I got the foundation in F1, which stands for foundation 1, and the concealer in C1, which stands for concealer 1, duh. So yeah, I got this concealer as well. This was £5, and the concealer is very thick, so if you like a very full coverage under eye, you'll really like this. And that is the swatches of both the foundation and the concealer. So everything else now I got from Superdrug, and if you order over £15 at the moment on Superdrug's website, you can do click and collect and collect it at the store for next day delivery, which is what I did on all of these items. So the next thing I got was this Revolution Pro matte primer, and it doesn't really say much on the back about it, but I have swatched it on the back of my hand and it feels very silicone-y like the Smashbox primers, and this was £7. I don't like the packaging on this because, I mean, it looks nice, but it's so like thin, as if like you could squeeze it too much and break it. It just doesn't feel very thick, if that makes any sense. Like, it just feels too squidgy. So yeah, that is the matte primer. So the next two thing I got were liquid lipsticks. So these are called the Pro Supreme Matte Lip Pigments, and look at the packaging on these. They're absolutely stunning. They're kind of like some YSL packaging. They're really nice, and these are £4 each. I got it in the shade Facade, which is like an orangey nude colour, and then I got this other colour called Foresight. I am a little bit disappointed with this one because when I looked at it on the website and on Superdrug, it looked like a mauve light pinky colour, and then when it's actually turned up, it's more of a berry pink colour, so it's a lot darker. So maybe take that into consideration, that when you order online, things might be darker than what you're expecting. But these are the colours of them. So this one is what was it called, Foresight, and this one is Facade. So Facade is kind of my colour. Not sure about this one. I also bought a lipstick from the Pro range, and this is in the shade Victorious. It's just called the Pro Supreme Lipstick, and it has quite nice packaging on it, and this was £5, and it just looks like this here. So it's very much like this Facade colour, almost identical, maybe just a little bit more orangey, and it just looks like that. Again, when I looked at this on the website, it was a very light nude colour, and it wasn't as orangey as this. So yeah, again, not disappointed, but I was just expecting something different. And when I put it on the back of my hand, it's very matte and kind of feels a little bit dry. It's not a very creamy formula is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that one is the shade Victorious. Next thing I got was this Supreme highlight palette. Now this is in the shade Ice, and it was £7. There were two other shades, so there was 3 in total, but this is the kind of lightest one for my skin tone. There were 2 other shades, but I think they wouldn't suit me very well, or if I did buy them, I could probably only use one of the shades and not all 3 of the colours. So I got this one, and these are the swatches on my arm. I don't know how well you're going to see them because it's not great lighting in here, but they are really pretty when I look at them, and the formula of them is really smooth. It's really nice. I would definitely recommend this one just on first impressions. So yeah, £7. That's the Supreme Highlights palette. So the next thing I got will be such a popular item. Now this is the Revolution Supreme eyeshadow in the shade Intoxicate. Now look at that, it looks so amazing. Everybody loves those red berry tone kind of colours. When I swatched them with my fingers, there was a little bit of fallout that's in the pan, as if you can see, like it's made a little bit of a mess. It doesn't look as pristine as it did before, but they actually swatched really nice, and this was only £6. This is really good. Normally, or in the past, I have not favoured Makeup Revolution's shimmer shades. I really like their matte shades, but the shimmer's not that great, and these swatch amazing. I've done finger swatches on my arms so you can see them now, and just to see how good they are, because this shimmery burgundy kind of colour has come off amazing. So I'm just going to zoom you in now to show you these shades. Okay, so these are the swatches, but how amazing do they look for a £6 eyeshadow palette, and this one in particular looks so good, and that was just with like one swipe. It looks really good. So the next things that I bought were some palettes, and they have changed the palettes a little bit. They look a lot nicer and pristine. So this is one of the palettes I got. This is called Regeneration Trends Mischief Mattes. So it's a bit of a long name. I do like that they have got the window in there, and then these are the colours. How amazing do these look? And this is the old packaging. So they've kind of developed it quite a little bit, and it looks a lot nicer. And yeah, I just love these colours. They look so great. I love all the pinks and purples and the oranges and the bright colours at the top. But then I've got other colours that I might not play with as much, but I have got them, like these greens. And this was £8. So I'm really excited to play with this one, and I'm thinking of doing a separate video on this one. That's why I'm not going to swatch it. I also got this other palette, and this is also £8. This is the Regeneration Revelation. There are quite a few of these palettes, maybe about 6 or 7, but what does this one remind you of? This is another dupe for the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. Revolution have actually done this palette quite a few times. They have got one under their I Heart Makeup brand, and I think they've done one maybe under the Chocolate Bar range, but it's not a new thing for them to do, you know, dupes of the Huda palette. So it just looks like this. You've got your shimmer colours across the top. I'm quite interested to see this, because so far my favourite kind of dupe for the Huda Beauty palette is the Bad Habit Aphrodite palette. I'm just going to get it now so I can show you what they look like together. So this is the Bad Habit Aphrodite palette. This cost, it was either $10 or $12 from the Shop Hush website, and this is what it looks like. This also contains a mirror as well, so it just looks like this. And then this is the Makeup Revolution one, so pretty similar. This one's just bigger. I think it's probably more because there's more space between some of the shades. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, they just look like that. So yeah, very similar. It would be an interesting video maybe to do like which one's the best dupe, because I don't actually own the Huda Beauty one. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know down below, because I'm looking for different kind of video ideas. So yeah, let me know. The next things I got are not new. They were out a couple of weeks ago, and these are the Nudes collection matte lipsticks. So they have like quite a few different kind of textures and finishes in these liquid lipsticks. They have matte versions, they have glossy ones, and I think they have satin or something else, or it might have been metallic. So I got these two colours. I am actually wearing this bottom one, which is shade Undressed, and then the shade at the top is called Buff. They are pretty similar, except Buff has more of a pink undertone, whereas Undressed is more orange, and they just look like this here, and this is this one that I'm wearing, this one. So yeah, only £3, so nice little bargain. Okay, so we are on to the last things that I bought from Revolution. So these are the Revolution Pro Foundation Drops. So I got two shades. I got F1 and I got F2. F1 is described as fair with a neutral undertone, and F2 is fair with a warm undertone. So I got them both, and they'll probably be like my now kind of shade and then my summer kind of shade. So they just look like that, very similar, just part of the undertones. It doesn't say anything on them about like what kind of finish you get, but I have read these can be built up to a medium coverage, and I'm assuming like the Cover FX drops, you could mix them in with other foundations, or you could just use them as on their own. So again, it's something I'm thinking about doing a video on, so I'm not going to swatch and stuff with them now. In the same kind of range, I also got this. And this is the foundation mixer. They do have a couple of foundation mixers. They had like orange and whitening ones and darkening ones. I don't really know why you'd want an orange one. It will probably make a foundation warmer, but no one wants to look orange. But anyway, I got the illuminating one, which, you know, I don't have a lot of illuminating products because I am quite oily or combination. I do tend to stick to mattifying things, but you know, I would like to mess around or play around with the illuminating kind of side of things, so maybe it's something I could mix together. Yeah, so these are the illuminating drops. These were all £7 each. So thanks for watching this haul today. If there's anything from the Pro range that you would recommend, let me know, because I'm quite intrigued about this new Pro range and if it's actually any good. So let me know like your suggestions down below. Anything that you would like to see a video on, also leave them down below, and I shall see you again shortly. Bye!